Welcome back, hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Piccabeen Bay Expeditions, where last episode, well, I'm kind of debating how it's going to go, because this might actually be the first episode of the weekend, or there might be a little explanation talk back and forth, because so far I've only gotten the one sambar doe. I haven't heard much else as we've been out here. I don't really have ways of super luring stuff in. I mean, I do have the scent lures, but until I actually see the animals, it's really hard to gauge just what is around you. Like, I do regret a bit maybe taking this route, but I figure maybe I will leave it as is. I honestly don't know. Piccabeen Bay has been such a weird one to try hunting things, like just the deer species, which is weird to say with Hunter Classic. Okay. So I've got sambar deer up north. So we're gonna... yeah, we're going to focus that way, see if we can get another one. That way at least we'll get a mission done this weekend. But I do not know... like, usually the deer species are some of the easiest to hunt in the game. They are fairly vocal, you can spot them fairly well, they travel in groups. Oftentimes they are one of your just general standard kind of starting species, depending on the species of deer. Blech. But yeah, I've just not been having a lot of good luck so far. There have been some calls, but when it actually comes to getting within range to see them, it seems like they've moved off pretty quick. And I don't want to be too aggressive and really try to rush to spot them, because if I do that, then there's a better chance I just scare them off. So it is trying to figure out the balance of how to kind of work it. And I don't want to drop a scent lure as soon as there's a call, just because I still don't entirely know the ranging for how well they work. I remember I did have comments from somebody who was mentioning we figured out no, I think it was the tent, when you go to place down, like, blind, what the radius that is for what they'll pick up. I can't remember if I also looked up the scent lure spray, like, area or not, but you know what? Current tactics have not been working out so much, so I'm going to try dropping that right there already. And then work towards where they were. Maybe that's what I've got to do, is treat these scent lures almost like like if I was using a collar in a way, and as soon as there's one, try dropping it, and then going towards where it came from. I know another thing is that the audio calls and that are affected by your tracking level. So, what I thought it would have been was that the call circle would have appeared bigger on the mini-map. But it seems like it stays at its static size, but what maybe changes is the general location varies a bit more. It's a bit odd. I heard something, but I don't know what that was. Okay, you know what? I'm going to just try going over this way a bit and see what that sound was. I don't know if that was ambience or that was actually like an animal running off. Wasn't... no, that's way off for, like... I might just go for that because, again, even with that scent lure placed, I do not see any signs of movement. So you know what? Yeah, I want to try getting an actual animal, so I'm going to work towards where that water buffalo call just came from. So at least with those ones, I have a lot better time kind of picking up, being able to see them and get close. The deer, unless they're broken, they are pretty sharp at picking us up. Okay, so it looks like if we go straight... Okay, it's probably just on the other side of that little ridge right there we're looking at. Yeah, maybe if I stop tunnel visioning myself just trying to get these deer species, the hunt will be a bit better. I think that might be one of the biggest reasons why I haven't done a lot of the missions, is if you hold yourself so hard to getting those accomplished, and you cannot seem to, it really, really makes a game like the Hunter Classic much more difficult and harder to want to keep playing. Because you're setting yourself up for a goal you're constantly not meeting. I think that's why the missions were something I usually didn't actively pursue as hard as I could. Oh, jeez. That thunder still gets me a little bit. Okay, how am I doing for my centimeter? Okay, you know what? I've got 2 minutes. I'll put it on again. I'll have to remember to pack the second one with me when we go to Bush Rangers. It's because we'll finally actually have used up all the doses for this. Okay, the call came from somewhere around here. God, this is one of my problems too, is I get a good placement for like where the animal generally was. But even when I get out there, I cannot find any sign of it. Oh. Okay, it looks like those are the tracks for it. Good lord, that actually moved faster than I was expecting it to have. You know what? It is going to be something probably easier than the deer, so I'm going to see about trying to keep on its tail. Oh, speaking of tail, I think that's... What is that, actually? Oh, that's a sambar. You know what? I'll try that. See if I can actually get her in and maybe... use the crossbow on her. Now, see... Oh, no, looks like it took a moment, but maybe she is coming into that. Yeah, again, the sense... It is a lot of... I really wish I had started learning more about them earlier. Because they seem to be one... Oh, yeah, she is. Okay, right. Which one is my... Yeah, so she's basically at 20 there. That seemed pretty high for where I was aiming. I think that's still through a lung, but we'll have to just double check to see. Yeah, that looks like a... Okay, that was definitely a lung, judging from the blood splatter here. So I'll put her down, that's at least the mission complete. So we've accomplished one thing this weekend. It did admittedly take longer than I wanted it to, but it's something. We've just got to track her down. And thankfully, the direction she ran is the same direction as the water buffaloes travel. Okay, so hopefully she just... Yeah, looks like this is the way we want to go. Hopefully she's just down in a few feet here. Oh, hi. Okay, I think she got stuck on the tree, but I don't think I wanted to, like, keep trying to test and see how long it'd take for her to get off of that. So, that's a water buffalo. It is a female. I'm not going to take the trophy picture of her. It is more self-defense for why I took her down than anything else. Yeah, so only 10 GM for her, but at least it's actually something. Like, that's one thing for a lot of the female animals, is you get absolutely no GM. So even if you took down 10, you couldn't really even replace your ammo. Whereas, at least for the water buffaloes, if you got 10 per female, you could at least restock the ammo you used up on them. But yeah, it does seem like Piccabeen Bay is a bit more buggy of a map than the others. The animals get stuck a lot more easily. Okay, so now where's the sambar? Given it took a bolt to the lungs, I'm surprised the distance it's still able to get. Oh. Okay, we got up. Weirdly enough, another sambar deer. So you know what? I'm gonna put a spray down here. See if I can, like, bring it along my trail. Because again, that's not too far off. Although... Okay, is this more from the one we're after? Like, this previous? No, that's a new trail. That's not what we want. All of a sudden, the trail, the one I'm after, has seemed to have stopped. Is this it over here? This is getting a bit bizarre. Huh. Okay, I've got to go back and see. It's possible we were close to the very end of the trail, and maybe... it's just already down and I passed it by getting a little distracted there. Okay, so if I go straight here, I should find the previous tracks. And then I can try looking from there where it went next. Because yeah, it's kind of weird that with how uniform it was to track her to this point, now they've all of a sudden just, like, completely stopped. Yes, they came to this point, and there's been nothing. And maybe go downhill? I should also try to mind, looking back too, since I have had that one call of another sambar. No, okay, so that's... yeah, see, for using the scent lure, it really didn't seem like it actually brought it in again. I'm not sure if it's still, like, hanging around on the previous scent, or... you guys flying over again. Okay, what is going on with this track here, though? Like, I really should have seen another track from this by now. What the heck is going on? It doesn't seem like it took a hard turn somewhere. Yeah, this has gotten really weird. Maybe I just gotta keep trying to go generally straight with how the rest of the tracks were. Oh, is this? Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, we're back on track. I guess I just wasn't quite far enough ahead to spot it. And now it turned... Okay, come on. Oh, that might be it down over there. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, with how far off I could see that red dot, that's your way to know if it's actually an animal you downed. Is if you can see a red dot from a lot further away than you're used to, it's more than likely where you can go to harvest it. Okay, so we'll pick that up. Yeah, at least we got that mission complete. Oh, actually sounds like there's something else I just startled. Yeah, I can't really see anything moving around, so I don't know for sure. I just kind of see what the general area is, because from looks of it, maybe it'd be worth it going down towards the water areas again. Well, let me just check the missions, because I should have a new one opened up now. Okay, so we need, Rusa and Sawbar. Okay, so harvest male at 100%. Okay, so I basically have to take it down instantaneously for the 2 Sambar. And then for the Rusa, it has to be 2 males. Which is easier said than done with how this hunt's been going. Yeah, I'm going to just try working down towards the water. Even if I can't find more deer, maybe I'll try to hit some banteng or something. But I feel like I've been thrown so far out of, like, my element trying for these two. Oh. Well, that was very fresh droppings. So I wonder if I scared that off. My guess is maybe it was a female Rusa? I'm not sure if maybe... If the animals were a bit more vocal, it might have been quite a bit easier. Because a lot of this has really just been... kind of wandering about, hoping to either hear or see them. And with how thick the... Like, I shouldn't say the map's that thick with vegetation that's... I don't know if that's a male or not. It sounded kind of... No, that's just a female. See, I'm surprised that was a female call with, like, almost the depth or the pitch of the call. Yeah, see, that was just from her. And there's no point really going after her, so you know what? I don't care if I scare her. I'm just gonna walk my way down to the water's edge and see what I can spot. It feels like for the best results in Piccabeen Bay, just stick to the water. Either the pools, like around this marsh area we're at, or following the river. Why go off into the bush where you have limited visibility, It's super hard to see. Yeah, there she goes. Yeah, well, of course I learned these lessons the hard way at the end of the Expedition series, but I think up until trying for the deer more focused, it's been a fairly good Expedition series. The magpie geese, although they didn't go exactly as planned... God, I really am seeing things. I swear, I guess it's just the shadows of how some of the leaves of the ferns are, but I thought that was a set of 4 legs. And there are banteng tracks, so... Oh! And of course, I don't even see what's right in front of me. Oh, though it's just another female, so there's not really a loss there. Yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to when I can actually get the collars again in a map. Like, granted, bush rangers, I won't... I mean, I've got for hogs, that's going to be about it. I can't remember if I picked up the axis deer collar or not, but I might switch back using the 300 caliber. It really does feel like I either have to take a weapon I'm not very good at and get very limited or low animals, or take a weapon I am pretty good with and do generally better. It's just that it might be a little bit more dull for the hunt if I... Okay, there was something right here that, like, lit up for a moment. Oh, here. Probably just the roost... Yeah, just probably that roosted deer track. Don't actually see anything right around the water. Yeah, so we'll keep going for a few more minutes, see if I can get something else. Oh, you know what? It might be a bit tricky getting in close, but let's see about this banteng. Because for their size, they are actually a surprisingly skittish animal. Water buffaloes just really do not care, or if they care, it's more to care to trounce or trample you in. Banteng, though, a lot more skittish. And for their size, I'm not sure if they really would need to be. Because I don't know what would be, I guess maybe saltwater crocodiles, given it's like Australia-based for this map. And with the banteng, I don't have even a scent lure, I don't believe. So I know the 303 British is not ethical for them. But that's why we got the reverse draw. Okay, I'm just going to try crawling up to the top of this hill. And then hopefully it's not too far out from there. I slowly gotta crawl. Yeah, it's still just right up ahead. Okay, I don't know if it's a male or a female, though. I haven't been able to discern if there's a difference in, like, the types of calls they make. But it's good to know that it's still basically in the same proximity of where it was. I don't know if that means it's actually stuck on a tree again, like some of the other animals we encountered, or it just found a nice spot it likes to stand and call from. Okay, terrain is still not in my favor here. I'm just going to hide the... Just put away everything so I have more visibility as I'm crawling about. Man, I do not know where it is. Looks like it should be just ahead from... the terrain is not quite what I thought it would be. I thought it might have been more of a steady slope, but it's been a lot of kind of ridges or little bumps along the way. I do not see anything. Not even like the track for where it's been calling. Okay, slightly up the hill. Yeah, I feel blind. I do not see it. I really feel blind. I know the call indicator shouldn't be dead onto it, but... Oh, there you are. Oh, I think it's a female. Yeah, it is. Ah, darn it. Yeah, I kind of want to... Oh. That is another banteng, but I think that one might be a male. And it looks like that one is stuck pretty good there. Okay, so what's it saying distance-wise? Oh, it's 64. Okay, it's been hit. That at least got it out of that. And that scared her off. I feel like that should have been a lung shot given how big of an area we have to hit, but I also don't know for sure. We'll just go and see. It didn't put it down instantly. But we'll look at ending things off with getting that one. I should just do a double check and see. Okay, so I've got one more bolt left, or... Well, it should technically be a crossbow bolt, but they call them crossbow arrows. Looks pretty big and bright. That might be a lung. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so all we gotta do is find it where it's gone down. Let's see where that is. Quite a bit. That was roaming before it got stuck on the tree. I think Piccabeen Bay is the map that definitely needs a little bit of bug fixing compared to a lot of the others. Just because I think in this series alone, we've had the most bugs out of all the other Expedition series combined. Like the very first episode, we had the almost dumb and blind Rusa deer doe stuck in the tree. We had that banteng stuck there. We've just seen a lot of weird stuff that really clashes with what you expect from like how polished a lot of the rest of the Hunter Classic is as an experience. Oh, this is a kind of an odd area. Yes, this is around the marshlands. I don't think I've really been in an area that's been, like, super thick and dense like this is. And this might make tracking really hard to do. That's a good thing we're just trying to get this one and then head out here, because... yeah, this would be super difficult to try to be in. Oh. Looks like just right up here. There you are. I am kind of curious how you stack up, because it looks like you got a pretty nice set of horns on you. Okay, let's see. Score 149. I actually don't think that's... actually, I'm not sure what their scores are, so I can't really tell one way or the other. Oh, but there is a mission completed, tipping the scales. So we actually managed to... last episode was pretty bad, even for my standards, for, like, the Hunter Classic episode. But at least this episode we got a couple missions done, and got a bit of a variety for some animal life. Bantang, water buffalo, and sambar deer. Let's back up a little bit. There we go, something just nice like that. Oh, do I want to see how far off that is? Oh, no, that's a ways off. Before I get sucked into being out for a bit too long, we are going to end this episode and the series here. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the Piccabeen Bay Expeditions series. If you did enjoy the videos and the series, be sure to give the video a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, just in the comments right down below. We're going to be moving on to a new expedition series next weekend. The poll's still up, so we'll see what turns out to be the winner. And yeah, we're going to switch up firearms. I think I'm going to go back to a little bit more reliable of the 300 with something else for whatever we go to. Just because, as previous episode kind of showed, I gotta be a bit better at hunting if I want to actually have content for videos. Sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, but also the weapons can help dictate that a lot as well. But we'll see that next week. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Until I see you in the next video, hunters and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.